I'm going to take you on a journey, a gluten-free, nutritious, and very tasty breakfast journey. It's called my potato hash with pork sausage, and believe me, it's delicious. To start with, you need a potato that's been cooked already. And I don't mean frozen chips from the freezer. I mean a boiled potato that's got its skin on. The skin is full of nutrition and will make it even more delicious. Now my pan is on, nice and high, and I'll add some extra virgin olive oil. That will help to crisp up the potatoes and make them even more crunchy than they are. In they go. Now, when they go into the pan, be really careful because the pan and the oil is really hot. So make sure you've got a pair of tongs handy so when they're nice and crispy, you can turn them over. This is maybe one of the things that kiddies sit aside and watch Dad cook it. Now, I've got some mushrooms here. These are shiitake mushrooms, and I'll just cut them in half. The beauty of using shiitake mushrooms is you get a great flavour, and I love using them. If you don't like mushrooms, then don't make this dish. Now, the mushrooms will go straight in the pan, and they will fry up beautifully. And I'll just turn this potato over. You can see the pan is so hot, it's becoming nice and golden. So this might be a good time just to grab your tongs and turn them all over like that until you've got that uncrispy side in the oil, and that's crisping up beautifully. The mushrooms and potatoes go so well together. Now at this stage, I'll add some onion. This is a brown onion that I've taken the core out of, and I'll cut it quite coarsely. When the onions are cut like this, they'll flake up and go all the way through the dish. This is kind of like a real chunky dish, so we want to keep everything nice and big. Now here's the fun part, a pork sausage. We love sausages. They're one of my favourite things. Now you might want to look away for a second because this is my way of cutting the sausage up for the hash. With a pair of scissors, you just slice all the way through it like that, and you get these little sausage chunks all the way through this dish. Really easy to do, and with a good sharp pair of scissors, this will be fantastic. Now I'm using Australian pork sausages, really important because they're delicious and they support Australian farmers, which is pretty important. Now a little toss like that, and you can see we've got that frying action going on here. It smells fantastic, it's sizzling away. Now to season it up, we need some salt. Plenty of salt on there because the salt will help us get through the day. It'll give us flavour. That's what we like. And a good twist of black pepper all over this. Now, something I like to put in my hash, and this will give me some peace and quiet through the day. Plenty of garlic. All I need to do, if someone comes and talks to me and tries to annoy me, I just breathe out my garlic breath and they go away and leave me alone. That's perfect in my book. In goes the garlic because I want that garlic to be nice and chunky and flavoursome, so just toss it around. Now this is cooking up beautifully, so it's time to get my eggs on. I've got a little pan over here and I've got it down really, really low. So what I do is pour some extra virgin olive oil into the pan. Don't be shy because the olive oil is all part of the flavouring. And then a few knobs of butter go in there. When the butter melts, we're ready to pop the eggs in. Just stir it around like that and you can see them starting to sizzle away. We've got the perfect temperature, so in go my eggs. 1, 2, and 3. In they go. A little bit of salt on top of those eggs to give them some flavour, and of course some pepper as well. Look at that. It's a great looking dish, and you can tell from this that I'm going to have enough energy to get through the rest of the day. Another little toss of my potatoes and my pork sausage, and it's time to get some herbs because we need some nice fresh herbs because green things give you whatever they do. They give you something to make it tasty and they look good and they're probably good for you as well. But I love fresh herbs. It's all about the flavour to me. A rough chop of the parsley and spring onions as well. Here's a little trick. Cut your spring onions down to size and then there's less to cut. Slice them all the way through here, the green and the white, they all go together. I make sure I use the green and white, I don't throw any of it away. So another toss like this, another minute or so for my eggs. I'll be able to put the herbs in here, clean up this mess, and I'll show you how it all goes together. Look at the golden crispness of the potatoes, the onions, everything caramelising up beautifully, and the sausages are cooked all the way through. Just a tiny little bit of butter in there to make it even more flavoursome, and the herbs go in now. Drop those green herbs in here, and you can hear them popping. They're loving what's happening in this pan. All coming together, it's like a symphony. Look at that, and nice and green. So it's gonna look fantastic on the plate. Now bring the pan over and spoon some of the hash on here. This is gonna be filling. This is gonna have a lot of flavor. This is gonna be very nutritious and give you the energy to get you through the entire day. Look at that. There's enough here for 2 people, so I'll be able to save this for someone later on, or I might eat it later on for a snack. And then of course the eggs. Now I'm using a spatula here to carefully pick the eggs off. Or you could do what I do, just pour them straight over the top there like that. Nice and easy, just like that. Now I'll pick up my knife and fork and have a little taste of that sausage. Oh, look at that. Nothing beats a great sausage in the morning, does it? A little bit of mushroom on there as well. Oh, and some crispy potato. The best breakfast in the entire world.